I think they just gave us too much of Carti. Even though we were waiting for him to drop for so long. Maybe they were just like, look, motherfucker, you want Carti? Here's 24 songs. But then when you look at it, you're like, nah, not that much. Let's get it. Let's do the full album review. Before we get to this, hey guys, I want you to subscribe, hit that like button, and join Rap Philosophy, where we only talk about hip hop. Playboi Carti just dropped. Whole Lot of Red, December 25th. Playboi Carti is one of those people, like, you don't know how to feel about him, right? He's loved and hated at the same time. Now, we're gonna do an album review of the Whole Lot of Red, but he's definitely playing a dangerous game when you wait so long to drop an album. Already, without me even hearing the album yet, because I'm gonna do my first listen here on video, people are trashing the album like crazy. It's like one of those things where it's like a little Uzi Vert, trend, where it's like you wait so long, but if that album isn't good, you risk all this hatred against you. Playboi Carti hasn't dropped an album since 2018. His second album from his debut album, which had the hit Magnolia on it, what everybody knows him for. Playboi Carti is one of those people that I like. I actually don't want to hate. There's people who are hating on Playboi Carti, and then he has this like cult following. All this hype on Whole Lot of Red, people have been waiting. So let's see what it's like. Let's get it. Now I open up my Spotify, and the first thing I see when I scroll down Whole Lot of Red 2020 is 24 fucking songs, bro. One thing pisses me off, honestly, I really don't like an album to have too many songs, because then it just feels like you just went to the studio and you threw every single thing that you ever made. Could you have possibly made that many really good songs? Because to me, the trend of an album should have music that is handpicked, selected, that you really worked hard on. You put only those best songs on the album. The rest are throwaways, the rest are unreleased hits that you can drop any other time to keep your hype up. But to drop so many songs on one album, this album it's so quick. It's very easy to dismiss this album. It's very easy to start listening to this album and saying it's trash. Because the first probably 4 or 5 songs, I was like, beside the Kanye West feature, I was just like, yo, what is this? I think he could have done way better by pulling some of those songs from the bottom, from the end of the album, and putting them to the top, because those are some of his best songs. He has a few songs sprinkled throughout the album that remind me of what we want of Carti. 2-minute arcadic type flows, that sound like the Pac-Man Galaga kind of sounds. There was a lot of that was there. Because the album was so damn long, it just was too goddamn long, bro. It's Carti, like we already don't expect Carti to have that many bars. We're not looking for bars from Carti. We're not looking for him to necessarily be this boom bap rapper. So to come out with an album with 24 songs, they should have dropped the album. They should have taken his best song, because when you hear it mixed up with all this other stuff, it just makes you feel like you can't really get a cohesive feel for the album. You can't listen to it and say this album is great, because when an album is great, the majority of the songs have to be hits. 1 or 2 can be throwaways, but the majority have to be hits. When you have an album with 24 songs and 6 of the songs are fire, 24 minus 6, 18 of the songs are trash. This raw, gritty sound that he did in the beginning of the album, a lot of the songs early on, it wasn't befitting for Carti. I don't think it worked. The raw, he was trying to create this vampire gritty type vibe. And when I heard the first few songs, I was like, I don't know. And it was a lot of repetition, a lot of the same words over and over and over. I think work sometimes when it's the Carti we like, but the first few songs that were very too raw, and to me they were kind of ugly sounding. But what's insane is that this album had the best musical production I've heard in a really long time. The beats were insane. They were above a scale of 10. Every single song had incredible beats. So he had the best producer. So there's no excuse that if this album flopped, it would not be because of the beats. It almost sounds like he had a producer. I hate to say this, because while I do like Carti, I don't think it was a cohesive album. It almost sounds like best musical producers gave an amateur artist, an up-and-coming amateur artist, the best beats in the world, and that person was just playing with the beats, playing with the flow, and seeing what he can do. But Carti's been in this game. We've been looking for this, so we've been expecting a lot more. While the album has too many songs that weren't good, it was too long. He did have several songs that were really, really good. And I think that if they took those songs and just dropped the album with only those songs, this album would have been fire and we would be talking about it. I don't think this is an album that's going to be listened to over and over unless you find some of these gems. Now, I have a few of my favorite songs I can say. One of the best was I Love You, I Hate You. And a lot of these good songs were in the middle towards the end of the album. I Love You, I Hate You, Beno, Place, Feel Like Dyin was a great song. Die for Guy was one of my best songs, kind of like an ode to his brother who passed. New Neon, Slayer, Not Playing. I think those are some of the top songs. Vamp, Anthem was okay. Punk Monk, On That Time, Sky, Over. There were a few maybes. While I can't completely dismiss this album because without a doubt, there were definitely a few gems on there. The Carti that I just feel like we were all looking for, this was a bit much. This was like overkill. The repetitive nature of Carti's flow, I think was way too much. And I can't tell if this is because we are over Carti or maybe the album just wasn't cohesive. You know, as we hear an album, every song's gotta be good. My recommendation is next time they drop Playboi Carti's music, man, just really like don't put too many songs, man. Don't put too many songs on the album. It's just too much. You know, and we already don't expect him to have a flow that's insane. You know, so anything beyond 2 minutes I think was just too much. And almost every song that went beyond 2 minutes on this album, I would say except for Feel Like Dying, which was the last song on the album, always kind of flopped. You just couldn't wait till the song was over. I don't want to feel that way about Carti because I like his music, but a lot of times I was listening like, yo, this Carti, are you gonna stop? This shit's garbage. Like, yo, I gotta flip to the next song. But then there was a few that were just gems, and I was just like, yo, why did he make more like this? I always found that throughout this album, it always was when he told these personal stories. It felt to me like he had diverged into two different realms. One was where he has this personal touch, where he puts this personal story infused, even though it's nonsensical, even though his lyrics is not top notch and ad-libbing, but he has a personal story, like in Die for Guy, like in Feel Like Dying, like in Beno. It always worked. It always sounded like the Carti we love, like the Die-Lit Carti, like the Magnolia Carti. Then he has this other realm where I feel like he was trying to create this rugged, ad-libby, repetitive, Waka Flocka type, semi parts of Lil Uzi. Lil Uzi sometimes does it, but Lil Uzi knows enough not to do it all the time. This just sounded kind of ugly. Sounded like he was just ranting and screaming and saying repetitive words over these amazing type beats. On a scale of 1 to 10, I would give this album as a whole, because there's too many songs that I would just dismiss and I would not care to listen to over, I'd have to give this album a 6. These best songs were on this album. I think it could be up to an 8. If we took those gem songs and kind of just made an album out of those, this could be an 8, but it was just overkill. There's too many songs on here. It was just yo, save some of this stuff for unreleased. The other thing that killed me was the Me song. Wasn't even the original Me song that was dropped. That was amazing. But then there was a song on here called Me, and I was like ready for it. It wasn't even that Me. It was a different Me. Why did you remake a Me when you had a really good Me song? I'm gonna keep it up. Tell me what you guys think of Playboi Carti. There's a lot of people trashing the album. I don't think it's trash. I just think it needed better musical selection. It needed better refinement of the musical choices. You know, it needed someone to kind of cater and hand pick what works and what didn't. I think they just gave us too much of Carti. So let's start off with the first one. Let's get it. This video is sponsored by none other than my own phone number. I actually have this community called utext. I'm giving my phone number out where fans can text me and I can text them back. I will give this number to you in 1 second, but really this is just a way for me to stay in touch with my fans, stay in touch with the people who like rap, who enjoy this community. You can text me on this anytime messages come straight to me, and I could also hit you up and let you know whenever I go live or whenever I drop a new video. This is my text number. It is 201-754-5064. Again, the number to text me is 201-754-5064. Text me anytime on that number and I'll reply back. Playboi Carti, come on, baby. It's called Rockstar Made. Okay. So right there, that beat right there is insane. Just hearing that, that's really hype. So I like that. His sound right there, that's the Playboi Carti you expect when you hear it. What's crazy is that after hearing this, I almost feel like, am I listening to Mario Judah? Mario Judah did this so well. And it almost feels like Playboi Carti now is actually copying Mario Judah. And I know that sounds horrible, and the reason is because Mario Judah dropped Whole Lotta Red before Playboi Carti dropped Whole Lotta Red. The Rockstar Made song, this song, the beat sounds hype. I'm a Playboi Carti fan, but he sounds like he's all over the place lyrically with this song, like in different places. Like, I don't know where the flow is exactly. I notice a lot of people in hip hop now do this thing where they keep saying things like, it's ironic, he's saying never too much, but they say things too much. Like, it's almost like really overkill where they don't know when to stop repeating the line. The Rockstar Made sounds pretty ugly to me. The first song on the album is definitely Playboi Carti saying, I'm coming back with the Playboi Carti sound, whether you guys like it or not. I'm coming back with the mumble, with the baby sound. I don't care what y'all think. The song's not the strongest song, but the beat's good. So we're gonna jump to the next one called Go to the Moon, featuring Kanye West.
Being left with a scammer with a Gucci hat for Marshalls.
Gucci hat for Marshalls. Yo, Kanye West might not be hating on Marshalls, but all of us go to that Marshalls. That's how we rock that's how we get our drip, Kanye. We all can't go to the Saint Laurent actual Fifth Avenue store in New York. So we all rock that Marshalls brand name stuff.
Body wear costume, spray a little extra. What?
When is he gonna drop already? Get your verse in, Carti. That's so annoying. Second song and Go to the Moon, and I'm not really feeling Carti on this. Let's go to the third one, Stop Bleeding. He got the beats on here, I'm not gonna lie. He got some good production, which obviously waiting 2 years, you better have good production by now. He has a tendency to keep these like ad-libs going and like repetitive. It's too much sometimes. Like the ad-lib, listen, I love ad. And repetitive stuff is okay, but not too much. Ever since my brother died, he said, I've been thinking about homicide. So that's one thing I don't know. Is this just something in the song? Did his brother actually really die? I don't know. It's almost like you want to like the song because of the beat, but he's not. You could go back and listen to Carti's Die Lit and his debut album, and he still had a good flow. I'm not feeling the flow. It's almost like there's no consistency, there's no particular flow he's aiming for. It's kind of just random sounding, but the beat is sick. So it's like you want to like it. It's like I want to like it because it's Carti. I want to like it because the beat's good, but then when he keeps going, I'm like, Carti, what are you doing? Like, where's your flow? Like, you really spent 2 years and this is the flow you're giving us? It does have this like raw, gritty sound that I could see maybe some people could like, but I'm not liking this. He almost sounds like a young grandson of Future or something. Like, Carti, like, you already have your flow, but I don't know, this ain't it. Number 4. Bro, I don't know how I'm gonna get to 24 of these tracks if he doesn't step this up. Yeah, this is the Carti sound we're looking for. This is the Playboi Carti. This flow is hype. This is what I like. Let's go. Let's see where this goes. This song is fire right here. This song has those arcade-like beats, those arcade-like sound effects, kind of this dopey kind of like beat sound. This has the Playboi Carti sound that I like. This Beno or Beno, I don't know. I guess it's Beno. And this song is fire right here. Let's go to the next one called Jump Out the House. Beats on here. If this album flops, it's definitely not because of the production. I can't, bro. I can't. I don't know how I feel about this. It's almost like Carti. Like, it's almost like when you hear this, it's like, yo, is this really what we liked Carti for? The Carti flow is played now. Now all of a sudden, it's like when you hear it, you're like, huh. Either it's bad, like this is just bad, or we just are kind of done with the Carti flow from the 2017, like hip hop's kind of changed. It almost sounds like troll music. This sounds really amateurish. He might be going for that Waka Flocka type random, you know, loud kind of music, but I don't know, it's just not there for me. Like, I don't know, it's not there for me. So this song, Jump Out the House, the constant repetition of the words, of the phrases over and over and over, to me are not really like making a killing. Let's go to the next one called Metamorphosis featuring Kid Cuddy. I'm a big Kid Cuddy fan, so I'm really excited to hear it. Kind of strange that Kanye West featuring Kid Cuddy. Like, I would never think that Kanye West and Kid Cuddy are complementary to like Playboi Carti's flow. Production quality of this album from the beat side of things is like top notch. When you feel like this, can't nobody tell you. It's kind of interesting. It's like, how do you feel? It's like either you feel really bad or really. Whenever you feel really, really bad, again, no one can tell you shit. And if you feel really, really good, no one can tell you shit. So it's like whatever that feeling you get sometimes, where it's like you're in this mode where it doesn't matter what anybody tells you, you're gonna feel the way you feel. I can't even get deep on Carti lyrics here, but like, I think it's a good point because it's kind of like that's something that we as people should be able to do. Like get this feeling where can't nobody tell you something. But then a lot of times it's like we're always falling victim to like what people say to us. It's almost like, but how do you get into that zone? The Kid Cudi, you know, melodic humming in the background is just so reminiscent of Cudi's music. I don't know how I feel about it with Carti vocals on top of them. He's saying I feel like God, yeah. Come on, Carti. How do you feel like God, Carti? That just sound like the devil. I'm looking at this song like 5 minutes, I'm like already 1 minute in, it almost sounds like torture. Even when Juice WRLD used to freestyle a lot of his music, it still had a consistent, you know, sound and melody to it. I feel like a lot of these songs are just him trying to create that baby sound and be very random with it on top of this great beat. But the song itself doesn't have something that I could catch to and follow. If this song was just straight Cudi on here, this song would be fire. Let's go to the next one called Slayer. Yeah. This is the Carti sound. This is it right here. I got rich and happy a baby. Wait, he said you got rich and happy a baby. I never hear like children's anonymous with money or being rich. I always know it's gonna be a Carti hit if the song drops and I feel like I'm playing Galaga or I feel like I'm playing Pac-Man or I'm in like some arcade. That's how I know the song's gonna be fire. You just say when I go to sleep I dream about murder. Carti, I don't know, man. That just doesn't fit you to me. Carti's definitely like gotta be that guy where it's like when you really dig into the lyrics, you're just like, how the hell? When I go to sleep, I can't think about murder. I only think about murder. I can't go anywhere with my drink. Like, it just doesn't match. When I go to sleep, I dream about murder. I thought this was gonna be hype up, just not feeling this one. Let's go to number 9. New Tank. Hey. I'm riding on the bank. I'm riding in the tank. My bitch got bank. What? Yo, this is so... Ad-libbing is like, it's just off the chart. Trash. Let's go to the next one. Teen X with Feature and Future. This song is like Carti turned up to like the exponential level. Way too much Carti. I just need that old school Carti. This is just like, maybe Carti is just that type of person where he needs to just not drop albums. Just take your time, be mysterious, and drop these one-off really interesting songs. Like, I think having too much Carti is what kills the mystique. Oh, me, yeah, wait, this song isn't the one that dropped. Hold on, what? Wait, why the hell does the me on the album is not the me that was dropped? At Me one that was dropped was definitely way better than this. I'm gonna jump to the next song, number 12, Vamp Anthem. Hey. This song, Vamp Anthem, this is fire. This is it right here. This is the Carti sound that I like. He needs to have an album with a bunch of songs that are like this. Let's go to the next one called New Noon. 3, what's with the reverse 3? If anybody knows, tell me in the comments below. This song fire, New Neon. I like the piano in the back, just going on. It has that Carti flow. It's good. I love it. All right, let's go to the next one. 14, Control.
That's the reason why you said you got a gift for y'all. That's the gift.
I don't really understand the Academics sample. This was on Academics' live where he just was talking about the release of the Carti album. So I don't know what the point of the sample was, but I'm sure he's gonna be really happy to know he was on the album. I only want the best for you. I could wear a business suit and be proper, or I can buy 100 dudes and give them choppers. Content of the song just doesn't really match the song Control. It's like he's serenading this girl, but his content is like a little weird. It's like this semi-weird, romantic, non-romantic song. I don't know, it just doesn't get me anywhere. Let's go to the next one called Punk Monk. One thing I hate the most. What you hate, Carti? It's so friendly ass niggas. So friendly ass. Don't talk to me. If you're friendly, don't talk to Carti. Ironically, this sounds like Carti trying to spill his beats, talking about how he doesn't like friendly dudes, people who are kind of like in his face, but probably trying to betray him. He tried to sign Trippie before he became Trippie. He wanted to sign him, but I guess he didn't, obviously. I wonder what the truth is behind that. And he really just kind of spilling his beans. This is a little interesting to me. I want to hear what else he has to say. He said, I'm not friendly at all. I don't even want these dudes in my song. I don't even need these dudes in my song. I don't know, Carti. You know, what's funny is that they were saying that he was going to have a bunch of features, which I'm on track 15, and I haven't heard any features except Kanye West and Kid Cudi. But honestly, this could have really done well with some better features. Watch out, everyone, because in this song, Punk Monk, Carti's revealing all his feelings about people. I don't even know if it makes sense. In this song, Cardi appears to be doing a lot of push-ups because he keeps saying push up, push up, push up throughout the whole song. Let's go to the next one, King Vamp. King Vamp track sounds like Cardi, but then when you listen to it, you get to 2 minutes in, and it's like that overkill Cardi. It's like, and I see why a lot of these songs on Cardi's album are less than 2 minutes, mostly because as he gets beyond the 2 minute mark, it just becomes like, what is he trying to say? And here's this song called Place. This is the song that sounds like Cardi. This sounds like old school Cardi, has that vibe. This is what I was looking for. This is one of the good songs on the album. Let's play it. And ironically, this song called Place is a less than 2 minute song, and it's one of his better songs. Let's go to the song called Sky, number 19 on the album. This song I would say is okay on the track, just not there. Again, it's just nothing that really catches. Let's go to Over, number 20. He said, I love my life like a kid with allowance. Sometimes you hear the music in the background, and you're just like, these beats can't be this good. We're talking like beyond the 10 quality in beats. This beat is cold. This is the Cardi we like. Again, this song fire. Again, this song is about 2 minutes long. This is exactly Cardi, what Cardi needs to do. Hey, let's go to the next track. That song, I think I Love You, I Hate You was probably one of the best songs on the album so far. Die for Guy. Let's check it out. This song fire, Die for a Guy. This song is, I can't believe this is like number 22 on the album. A gem that you might not have found on the album. It's one of the best songs on the album. Obviously a tribute to his brother, which it seems that he had an older brother that was, trapping, in the hood, lived a reckless life and died. And he was kind of inspired by his brother, and he wanted to come up just like his brother. So he ended up being a rapper instead, but kind of followed and being inspired by his brother's, actions in a way, and got inspired or hurt by the death of his brother. So this song is kind of capturing that moment, that Die for Guy, dying for his brother. If I die, it's gonna be real sad, so I fuck with my bitch like it's my last. There you go. I like that. Capture that moment, Cardi. Tell me. All right, let's go to the next song, Not Playing. Yo, this song fire. This is one of his best ones. Let's go to the next one. It can't just be me that doesn't understand these reverse threes on the album. Feel Like Dying. Okay, the reverse threes are just ease. Feel Like Dying. Here he is pouring his heart out. This is the kind of Cardi that I think was missing in a lot of this album, is just like that sensitive side, the part of him that's just telling his own personal story. I wanted to see more of that, but this song, the last one on the album, sounds interesting. Do they like listen to his every word and try to tweak every word? Let's turn it up a notch. They can't just say learn. They gotta say light my cigarette up like incense. Light my cigarette up like incense. Except that there doesn't seem to be any difference between lighting up a cigarette and lighting up incense. Is it just me? I think they both kind of burn the same exact way. This song, it sounds like here he is telling his personal story, saying, I came far, I'm like an all-star. My mom gave me the keys to the car and I took it real far. And I'm a pop star. Now I'm just gonna start rapping like a world star. And I'm kind of ironic that he finishes the album with a song called I Feel Like Dying.